Hey everybody, and today we're going to be talking about the new Velma show. So, recently the new Velma show has been making pretty big waves on the internet, rightfully so. It's extremely controversial, to put it simply. If you want people to accept the show as having different race characters, you do not insult the viewers if they do not like it. I'm sure people would eventually get used to the fact that different characters are different races, but if you go into your Twitter and say, well, if you don't like this, you're a racist or a bigot, or you go into the trailer of the show you're making, and you start making fun of people who don't like the fact that you changed the character's race, sorry, I don't know what, that's just adding fuel to the fire. That's not going to please anybody. And you can tell these characters are self-inserts of the girl, and it's just annoying. And I mean, think about it. When you were a kid, and you sat down and watched Scooby-Doo or Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, did you sit there and think, man, I can't watch this show. They're not in certain race. Or, even adults. Even adults I've talked to don't say that when they were a kid, or even when they're an adult watching the show, they just can't watch the show because of their certain race of a character. That shouldn't be the certain aspect of a character. If you're pushing for equality, do not make the character's whole personality revolve around its race. It's very similar to when people, like gay people or trans people, go online and make it their whole personality that they're gay or trans or bi or lesbian. It shouldn't matter. Alright? Okay, Shaggy's black. That's cool, I guess. You don't have to make his whole character that he's black. Or, okay, Velma's Indian. That's alright, I guess. You don't have to make her whole character that she is Indian. No one cares enough to care about that. And really, you're just making too much of a big deal about it. I'm sure people would eventually warm up to it, and it wouldn't be that big of a problem. It's not that big of a deal, and if people don't like it, they're not racist bigots. They just don't like the idea. And it doesn't help that you insult them if they don't like the idea. That you send them backlash that they don't like the idea. You can clearly tell these characters are self-inserts, and I'm not sure why they took away Scooby-Doo either. I can't think of any problem where someone looks at Scooby-Doo and says, we don't need him in the show. If you're going to make a show centered around the characters from Scooby-Doo, involving the whole mystery gang, not just like a little spin-off of like maybe just Velma, and then that would make sense if maybe Scooby-Doo wasn't in the show because it was just a spin-off of Velma or Daphne or Shaggy or whatever, but it would make sense with Shaggy. But like, to get back to the point, if you're having the whole mystery gang, you can't just leave out the star of the show, Scooby-Doo. It just doesn't make sense. And it's really just in my opinion, it's really just someone trying to get as much attention as possible by fueling the flames of the internet and trying to get as much traction, which is working. And I'm not happy about it either. So, and most likely the show's going to come out, it's going to be meta, it's going to be like really corny jokes. It's going to be like She-Hulk 2.0, but with the Scooby-Doo characters. But really, that's all I have to say. I'll talk to you next time, maybe in 6 months.